Virgo, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click on the description box below, and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Here we are. Ace of Wands to the Two of Wands in your hopes. What you planning? Okay. Stop me if you've heard this, but with the Ace of Wands, I always talk about high potential, low resolution. In order to harness the potential of this particular energy, and being that it's of the Wands, that is that of new growth. Okay? In order to harness this particular energy, you need to process it through a framework to make something happen. And it looks like you're at the very beginning stages of that, because the Two of Wands is about making the choice. It's about taking the time to contemplate, looking inside. So here's the whole world out here, and here's a little globe in his hands. So he went inside himself, inside his world, and decided what kind of changes he wanted to make. And now he chooses this new staff in order to move forward and bring his plan to fruition. So if you're going to harness the power for new growth, okay, you're going to plan something out and bring it forward, there's responsibility that comes with this. Okay, so you're hoping for new growth, you're hoping to bring this plan forward, and you're accepting the responsibility for making it happen. I like it, Virgo. Here's where things get sticky. The politics or policies are holding you back, okay? So the Queen of Wands actually does very, very well with politics. She's a bit of a performer. She's a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? So this black cat here is supposed to represent the occult. So she's kind of somebody who's been around a little bit and understands things that other people don't, you know, be it through knowledge or experience. She just has a little something extra to work with there. But the world is in the inverse. So what this tells me is the politics that have to be played are stopping you from moving forward, or at least that's what you fear. Okay? So you have the potential for new growth. You have a plan, and you're willing to take on the responsibility. But navigating the politics just seems a little ugly to you. The reality of the situation is that you're stubborn. You're really set on getting this thing done. And you're kind of at the point where you're just kind of bidding for attention with these politics, but you aren't really engaging in the game as of yet. It's almost like you want to stick to your plan, so you know you have to get involved with these politics, but you want to take it slowly. You just want to dip your toe in the water and get the temperature before you really move forward. Because these politics, they make you nervous. It's not a material outcome that you're looking for, okay? Because you've already thought, so you've already kind of, you've been involved long enough to know what you lost and to cut your losses, okay? So you're perfectly aware of the risk involved because you've been here before. But ultimately, you feel like the risks involved are material, and you're kind of okay with that. Like I said, kind of okay with that. There's a certain, it's like gambling. You know, there's a certain amount you're willing to play with. There's a certain amount that you're willing to lose. But your pride does not want to be hurt. Okay? Your passion, your drive. That ego is fragile. Resources, you have a little bit to mess with. Ego, not too much. So yes, you're dipping the toe in the water to test the temperature of the politics of the situation, but there is no forward movement right now because you're still contemplating what it is you want to do. And that little bit of temperature you got a taste of has your defenses up. Virgo. Is it worth it? I mean, you have anxiety. You know you're probably going to lose resources in the process. What is this new passion? What is this new growth that's so important? Because it sounds to me like your head is saying, no, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. It sounds to me like your heart is saying, go for it, go for it, go for it. But something in your head is saying, you know, this isn't a good idea. Or maybe it is vice versa. Maybe you're just so obsessed with something in your head, but your gut is saying, this isn't a good idea. So the idea moving forward, or the thought moving forward for me is, you have to allow your emotions to be your guide for a moment. If things just don't feel right, hold off. It's almost like, you know when somebody's talking and you recognize there's something wrong in the situation and your body feels it before your head does? It's like your body's like, oh, wait, and you get nervous and this, and then you rethink what the person said, and then once the logic starts working through, the rhetoric starts working through, then your head catches up to your body and you're like, oh, red flag. To me, it feels like you have the red flag feeling, but you're allowing your head to talk you out of it. Tread lightly, Virgo. Look for a new perspective before you make big decisions, okay? Step outside of the situation for a moment. Ask a trusted friend, but be honest with that person. Don't only tell them the best parts of the story. Tell them the whole story. Because, yeah, it feels to me, Virgo, like you're about to blow through a red flag. Or several. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. And please take the time to think this through. I'll see you next week.